Hey, appreciate you guys tuning in. The Tastemakers podcast begins in 5 minutes. Make sure not to go nowhere, because Quote, Brina, Trisha, and Corey, also known as the Tastemakers, will be with you in 5 minutes. Thanks for sticking with us. Oh snap, you still here? Listen, in less than 3 minutes, the Tastemakers pod will be on and popping. Don't miss Bree, Quote, Trish, and Corey talking about the hottest topics in culture. Again, less than 3 minutes. Make sure to stick with us. I told y'all, patience is a virtue. This is what perseverance will get you. In just 60 seconds, you will be live with the Tastemakers pod. Again, appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you soon. What's going on? What's going on? Hope everybody is having a wonderful week. Thank everybody for tuning in here to the Tastemakers pod. Of course, where we give you just a taste of the culture. That is Trisha Bell. Right there is light-skinned Corey, also known as
Can we
and right
talk?
below me is your girl Brina. Brina's responsible for running everything. She's like the director. They call me, quote, I guess I'm the host, and that's Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk challenge. You about that life, Goss?
I just want to know your name.
Can we talk? Okay. Anyway.
Yo, why was John Gray up in the Can You Talk challenge and they was roasting him? It was mad funny.
I missed it.
Comments was ridiculous. They was like, can you talk to your wife?
I mean, he set himself up for that.
It was it was roasting John Gray.
I didn't know that. I thought Gray had got all that stuff. I thought all that stuff was under the water. No, under the bridge.
It don't matter.
No,
man.
he
It's
just
the internet.
wasn't talking about it. He wasn't a subject anymore. But
The internet is ruthless. The comment section was ruthless when he did that joke. They asked him how many girls was he talking to.
Oh Lord Jesus. Yo, with that being said, appreciate you guys joining us. Make sure to like and subscribe. It costs you nothing and it means the world to us. Shouts out to my man Kenny doing his thing. Good to see you, my guy. Jay Kirk in the building, 7 cities. Definitely good seeing you as well. Y'all make sure to let us know where you're representing from, wherever you're at, globally, internationally. I guess globally and internationally are the same things, right?
yeah.
Yeah. There goes that. Bang on deck.
Of course.
Yeah. Bang is definitely on deck. All I needed was a reason. And when you said the thing about the possibility of doing the clubhouse joint, I was like,
listen, I'm gonna need me a plate of food though. I'm gonna need me a plate of food before I go into clubhouse because I'm hungry.
You gonna eat it this time?
I guess because I did not eat.
Hey, I hear what you're saying. Well, listen, y'all. First and foremost, it is getting to starting to feel a lot like Christmas, is it not?
No, it's not.
It's not for you?
Not to me, it's not. I don't know, man.
Okay.
That's because you ain't got a bunch of kids asking you about every 5 seconds.
Right.
Can I have? I want all day long.
That's probably true.
It's definitely starting to feel a lot like Christmas over here. What about for you, Bree?
I think it is. I mean, I've been watching Christmas movies since October, so
Jesus.
I mean, my niece and nephew are toddlers, so they're pretty much keeping me waiting on Mr. Christmas. That's what they call Santa Claus. And so
Mr. Christmas.
Mr. Christmas.
Bree, you need to tell them right now that Santa Claus is not real.
Listen.
Oh, they know. They know. They know he's not real. They know.
Oh, all right.
My kids be spoiling it for the little one. Like, Santa is not real. Like, okay.
I don't think we've told the youngest, our 6-year-old yet. I don't know that we've told her one way or the other. We just keep it going either way. But that's what it is. Of course, we got a lot of things on the docket tonight, kind of rounding out the year. And then I got a surprise for you guys. I haven't even told the Tastemakers about in the next 2 weeks. I think we're going to take a break next week, and then we'll come back swimming for that week right between Christmas and New Year's. And then we'll go ahead and enter into the new year 2022. With that being said,
I may not be.
I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about you and your plans you had just made. But anyway, we'll keep that under wraps because I think we should play a game. But anyway, Goss, do we want to update on Miami?
Oh boy,
Lord.
Is my man B Plus in the building? Is B Plus here?
I don't know. B Plus.
Somebody get B Plus on the line.
He retweeted the joint. I don't know if he actually jumped in though.
Listen, man. Listen. When you think that you've conquered and got over and moved on from a situation, they try to come knocking back at your door. You understand me? Woo! So I'm at work at a church because I work at a church, doing my thing, trying to, thug thizzle at my computer, doing what I do. I get a text message from a number that is not saved in my phone, have no clue who it is. And y'all know how iPhones work. You got to like look at it in order for it to open. So I look at it, show my eyes, boom, boom, right? And it's Shorty from Florida. Now I'm like, what did she want with me?
Not surprised at all.
I'm very
Can we talk?
I'm very surprised, especially after the way it ended. I'm very surprised.
Well, yeah, that part.
Yeah. So she says, "Hey, how much was y'all's tickets when y'all flew down here, to Miami?" I said, "Oh, I just was like $100, something like that. It was mad cheap." So she was like, "Yo, other shorty girl who I told y'all about the story."
Yeah.
Other shorty, they trying to link back up.
Oh wow.
They trying to link back up.
Oh wow.
Yo, and then what happened? Yo, I realized, y'all, your gaydar.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's like, well, it's not only terrible, but it's also the cheat code because, well, you was attracted to all the bisexuals in the world.
I know, I am. Wow. I don't know why.
Your girl Candace Parker went ahead and broke the news, didn't she?
Man, Candace Parker broke my heart. Y'all know how much I love Candace Parker. She's a WNBA player. She this tall. She this tall.
She was married to Sheldon
Williams. Got a baby by Sheldon Williams.
Yeah, I thought they were still married, but no.
We talked for like 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
In the DM, I was in there. That's why I was so heartbroken. I feel like she let me on. You understand what I'm saying? And now she's married to some girl, Oh wow. She's married to some girl now, and the girl's pregnant. Yeah. Now I think it's a valid question to me ask, how did that girl get pregnant? But everybody gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Yeah. But they acting like that's their baby. It's not their baby.
That's like saying people who adopt children, it's not their baby.
Right.
It is.
Corey.
It's not their baby, bro. No, she acting like they got pregnant together. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's not the way the whole thing worked out.
Well, we all know that can't go down that way.
So since Candace cheated on me, I'm moving on now.
She cheated on you.
She led me on. She cheated on me. I thought we had a relationship going on in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Did you now?
And to Quote's point,
shout out to
third girl. This is the third girl.
Aisha.
Well, you're the worst with names, bro.
I am. I really am.
This is the third girl that, you know what I'm saying, I felt like that I've had interactions with that end up being gay. Now, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is, but
girls like girls.
Attracted to girls. I mean, I'm attracted to girls that like girls.
Yeah, it's a pattern for you.
It is. It's the third one.
It is a pattern.
It's unfortunate.
I'm gonna talk to my therapist about it.
You need to, because it's unfortunate.
It don't be my fault though. I don't know that they gay. I don't know that they be gay. I had no clue until they tell me.
And you be so hyped, and then it'd be like
mad hype.
It's funny, but it's not. It's like, oh, I'm sorry.
It's funny. So listen. Again, thank you guys for tuning in to Tastemakers Pop. Definitely make sure to like and subscribe. Do me that favor. Do us that favor. And of course, if you're in the chat, make sure to let us know where you're repping, where you're from, what's going on. I definitely see a couple of cats in here from Asha, right?
Aisha. A.
Miss Marie.
Miss
Marie. I'm gonna start doing my last name. Miss Marie. Did you just try to recommend that I commit suicide on these here YouTube streets?
Quote. How do you mess up this name, bro? I don't understand.
I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. Just like you be calling Shakaya.
I do be calling Shakaya. I'm just sticking to last names, yo. For real.
You call propaganda props with the S? Nobody calls them props.
I do call them props. Instead of calling them just prop, I call them props.
I'd be like, what is Quote talking about? Yes. I'd be like, what is Quote talking about?
What is that?
I do. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Sure. So listen.
Shout out to my dad. He's watching, guys.
What up, Pops?
Patricia's Pops. Definitely. But y'all, we got a jam-packed show for y'all, as we just like to wild out. We're talking about, of course, the Insecure recap. We're going to talk about some RecastTchalla. We'll talk about No Church in a While, reviewing that joint from 1K and Lecrae. And we're going to talk about family money and the holidays, because, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's up with that, Kenny. For some reason, I call propaganda props instead of just prop. I don't know. It just, like there's multiple ones or whatever the case may be. But definitely.
Yeah.
Yo, last week was so dope. We did the Mars Hill joint.
Mm-hmm.
Good episode. Yeah. A lot of good nuggets in that show. Definitely feel free to go back and watch that. But listen, when you do a review of what is the biggest Christian audio documentary of the year, maybe of the decade, right?
Yeah.
And the creator, gives you props for your review and tweets it out to his following, and your views triple. That's big news, right?
Nah, F that. We was hot regardless if he tweeted us or not. We don't need no white man's approval.
Thanks.
I ain't say we won't hot. And you can talk all that if you want to.
Right.
But he definitely tripled our views.
Absolutely.
F that. We hot regardless. We don't know Mike Cosper.
So thank you, Mike Cosper, for that treat. And what I really appreciate about it is it's not like we blew smoke up Mike's tail. Like we even criticized Mike.
I definitely was dissing Mike.
You was definitely dissing him. I think I agreed with your diss of just there being a bit of a bias. But what we cannot front on is the art.
Oh,
we can't front on that.
No,
we can't.
It was great.
They did an excellent job with that. And that's a beautiful thing. So the fact that Mike actually went ahead and tweeted that out, giving us love and tripling our views, salutes to Mike. Appreciate you, Mike, for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. But listen, we got a long show, so I guess we may as well jump right into it. I'm not feeling jumping right into the Insecure rap. So let's go ahead and jump into this RecastTchalla real quick. All right, let's do that. How about that? So, of course, Black Panther, $1 billion movie in the MCU, released in 2018. Cultural phenomenon. Definitely really not only put the character on the map and whatever the case may be for those who were not comic book nerds, but was a great representative of, African Black culture, different things of that nature, something that we could have pride in, something that a lot of kids were really looking up to, whether Black or white or whatever the case may be. You got a lot of Black kids seeing themselves as kings and wanting to be involved in science and different things of that nature. This is a huge thing. And unfortunately, of course, Chadwick Bozeman does pass away of cancer. The great artist that he was, the great talent that he was, the great man that he was. Go ahead.
I was going to say, yo, what's up with this new trend of people not telling people that they sick and just dying?
I don't know. It's
like, we want to know, bro.
So now you're talking about your boy, the fashion
Virgil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
T'Challa.
So yeah.
And there's probably more right now that we only know about, and they probably gonna die tomorrow.
So here's my thing. Because everything is on the internet, we forget about a little thing called privacy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as long as the people that were closest to him knew what was up, as long as the people that were closest to Chadwick, as long as the people that were closest to Virgil knew what was up,
you're right.
That's all that mattered.
Absolutely.
These internet streets do not have to know that you are dying from something.
Yeah,
I definitely feel like entitled. I definitely was all my entitlement speaking right now.
No, I'm feeling. I'm with you. I mean, I wish we would have known about Chadwick too. You know what I mean?
We saw that he was very thin.
Right.
And people was talking about him like, is he on drugs? Is he this? Is he sick? And it's like,
I thought it was for a role.
Like, I did too. And I'm like, when you think back on it, how people was going in on Twitter on him, it's like, yo, this man was actually like dying. And y'all was talking about him. But, you know, it's like, I understand why he kept it to himself, because it's really nobody's business but him and his people.
I just said a game-winning shot. I'm sorry.
You said who did?
Some white boy hit a game-winning shot.
Oh, okay.
Lakers and the Mavericks.
I thought it was Wesley that shot that game-winning shot with the Lakers and the Mavericks, and he's not white. But anyway,
no, it's the white boy. He just did it.
Really?
Just now. I just saw it.
Okay.
What's happening?
We call that a squirrel effect.
I have no idea.
But anyway, all that to say, Marvel jumps the gun, in my opinion, and quickly says that there will not be a recasting of Black Panther. So first and foremost, let's talk about this, the opinions we've got right here. Do you guys think that they should recast T'Challa?
I will say yes, but I'll say yes only because not T'Challa. What's the boy's name? Chadwick's brother said that he would want it if he was alive, that he would want it to be recast. Mm-hmm. So under those circumstances, I would have to say yes. And this brings up another point, and people think I'm being morbid when I say this, and I'm, talking about like death and things like that. You have to tell people what you want before you die, because people will choose stuff for you that you don't even want. Yes, that's why I told in my little group text, I tell people, listen, do not let people come to my funeral in jeans and a t-shirt. I do not want that. I want y'all Negroes to be dressed up.
Black tie affair?
Yes. Yes. I want everybody to be dressed up, suited and booted. And don't put me on no flyer, you know what I'm saying, with wings, with me in like a fake famous shirt. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Not with the wings.
Like, make my junk classy. Right? So I told my close friends what I want when I die, so they know. Yeah, you feel me? Good. So that's why I'm saying, like, yo, if his brother is saying he would want it to get recast. Mm-hmm. Then recast it. That's what we're doing.
I agree. I mean, I feel like, it's gonna be weird, but to not recast at all, and so like, what's the storyline? Like, I thought Latisha was supposed to be the new Black Panther.
So in the comic books, there is a season in which Shuri becomes the Black Panther.
Right.
It's a season. You know what I mean? But that happened. So that seems to be the way they were going. Now, Corey just mentioned that Chadwick's brother just said what he said. That just dropped this week. That's new news. Right. That's actually part of why we're doing this right here. Before Chadwick's brother said what he said, did y'all still feel like we need to recast T'Challa?
I did. I mean, I think I was struggling with it just because, how invested we were into Chadwick being the Black Panther. But I don't know. I feel like it has to continue. And so without a Black Panther, what is the storyline? Like, how does that work? So I think, like somebody mentioned, there's like 50-11 Peter Parkers. There can be a second T'Challa. I feel that. Now I know that to me, there's no comparison, but we don't really have, a choice in the matter, right? So either you recast him or he's not in the picture, and that's just weird to me. That's just weird.
Brina.
Yeah, I mean, I can see both sides. Like, I'm not opposed to it, because it's like we've already seen, a lot of different actors, portray Batman, Superman. Yeah. But it's just a little bit different though with Black Panther, because Chadwick, he embodied that role. So just culturally, it would be weird. But to keep that storyline going though, I would hope that they would recast it.
Just please don't give it to Michael B. Jordan, because I don't think he can act for real.
He can act.
I think his acting is getting better, but no, I don't want to see him in that role either.
They give him the same. They typecast my man all the time, son.
They do.
Yeah.
I think
There's a
There's only
new
like
thing.
one movie. No, actually, so Just Mercy was the first time I saw him not playing a bad guy or a thug or a, whatever. And then this new one they got that you talking about, Journal for Jordan, is going to be the new joint too, where he's playing something different. So I'm glad they
Actually,
get different roles.
And of course I'm not sure. All we've got is the trailers from Journal from Jordan, but Journal from Jordan actually looks like a film he's done before. He's done several films where he was the father and he like died. And left the kid.
The Dion, was it?
Saving Dion. Yeah, Saving Dion was one, and there was actually another one where he's done movies like that too. So
okay, got you.
But anyway, all that to say, I wanted to let y'all get y'all's opinion out so I could go ahead and tell y'all what's what. You absolutely must recast T'Challa all freaking day. The fact that this was even a question,
just cuss, quote, just cuss.
The fact that this was even a question just blows my mind. You got so many Peter Parkers, you got so many Batmans, you got so many James Bonds, you got so many Supermans. But the minute we get a superhero in the MCU, the minute we get a superhero, we ain't gonna recast. What the heck we talking about?
Yeah, that was weird.
That was some crazy nonsense stuff. And from the jump, you could tell from the interviews that Chadwick had done before, he never wanted him to be bigger than the character. Never. Never. And so I'm glad his brother is finally coming out this week and saying what he said. But from the jump, there's too many storylines in the MCU attached to Black Panther.
Yeah, for sure.
Too many.
Yep.
And like I said, just the fact that this was even a thing, the fact that Marvel came out so quick and said this. So everybody's upset at Latisha right now. Latisha, I'm like, look, I if it weren't for her right now, we wouldn't be having these discussions as much as we having them. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that we are having a discussion. I really, as far as her and her vaccination status and her desire to get vaccinated or not, I could care less. It's your personal decision. Do what you want to do, baby girl. And you know what I'm saying? You know, and potentially lose the bag in the process. You know what I'm saying? But still, do what you want to do. The fact that Latisha is doing what she's doing is what's making people have this conversation about recast T'Challa, because you're right, Trisha. It is extremely weird. Continue to have a Black Panther franchise without T'Challa.
Yeah, weird.
Not without Black Panther. I mean, that's weird enough.
Yeah.
But without T'Challa.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because many people could take up the mantle of Black Panther, but we don't. The story is not necessarily about the mantle. It's about the man. It's about the characters. So Marvel's plan to do this thing where they explored Wakanda and talked about different characters of Wakanda in a movie, that's some Disney Plus type stuff. Man. What the heck are we talking about?
I'm not interested.
They should let Don Cheadle do it.
But Don Cheadle is already in the MCU. He's a war machine.
He can't be it. That's I mean, I feel like they could use the one that played Candyman, the newest Candyman.
Yes, Yaya, something like his name is.
I forget how to pronounce it.
Don't even try to name, quote. Don't even try.
You know.
He was amazing.
He was also in Watchmen. I believe he was the blue guy in Watchmen. But him, John David Washington could do it. There's so many other cats that could do it. True. And to peg hole, and this is what Hollywood be trying to do. Oh, what? Because there ain't another Black talented male actor out there that could pull off T'Challa? Are we kidding ourselves?
It's so many out there.
Man. I was so upset. So right now, cats can talk all they want to right now about Latisha. I'm gonna be
talk
good.
Your ish, quote. Talk your ish.
I got my water. They could say what they want to. If it weren't for Latisha right now, we would not be having these conversations. So the fact that she's screwing stuff up, and don't get me wrong, now Latisha got hurt on set. Okay, for one.
Yeah.
The vaccine joint is secondary. But the fact that she's it's showing how Marvel screwed themselves. Feige screwed himself. And so I'm glad that his brother's coming out and it's just it's stupid. So we got to have the Storm. Thank you, Tosh. We got to have the Storm storyline with the mutants finally coming into the MCU, the X-Men and all that coming into the MCU. How you gonna have the Storm storyline without her husband, which is Black Panther? You know what I mean? Like, how do we not have? I mean, I'm sure you can still have the storyline, but we want to see that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, anyway,
I am a little upset with Latisha. I'm not gonna lie. Not necessarily about her decision, like about the vaccination in general, but just to not do it. Like, I just love her as an actress, and I know that she already was kind of like, I don't want to really be acting like that anymore. But she's just so good, and she's a believer. She just it's like, I want her to win, but she's like, nah, I ain't doing it.
Nah, unfortunately, this is going to be a bad look for Latisha, and it's probably going to blackball her in Hollywood too. By God's grace, it won't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
I hope
just
not.
all the reports, majority of the reports that actually came out about her in the last week or two about Marvel potentially firing her and stuff like that, that stuff ain't even true.
Oh wow,
that stuff ain't even true. But again, I'm glad that she had the stance about she had, because now we're talking about recast T'Challa. You know what I mean? I wish she would get vaccinated and all that, but I ain't trying to put my beliefs on vaccinations on other people. That's just not really my bag.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
So, speaking of which, I need to go ahead and get that booster, because your boy is, you know what I'm saying? Your boy got some pounds on him. You know what I'm saying?
The Omarion variant is out here. Okay?
Omarion is out here.
Listen. So listen, and as I'm seeing it, that joint ain't really killing people as much as originally, but it is seem to be more. More people are catching it.
It's another outbreak, bro.
Yeah,
more
people are catching
Warriors is finished.
Yeah. Majority, a lot of sports teams, a lot of NFL and NBA teams, NHL teams right now is getting ran through right now.
Oh, wow.
Like I said, ain't nobody dying as much right now, which is a beautiful thing. But people are catching it like crazy right now.
I believe it.
So that's definitely what it is. I think my Alexa just went off. You ain't supposed to be in my house anyway, yo. Apple, everything else, and I got one Alexa up in here. But anyway, yes, we need to recast T'Challa. Kirk said, "What's the name of the guy from Harder They Fall?" I don't remember Harder They Fall.
What?
Oh, Netflix.
Harder They Fall. Okay, I'm tripping. The cowboy joint.
But that guy is already, isn't he a part of the
Yeah, he's already Kang in the MCU. We're talking about Jonathan Majors.
Yeah,
Jonathan Majors is already Kang in the MCU.
He's such a great actor.
He's going to be, you're going to see him in Ant-Man and the Wasp in probably January, February time period. You also would have saw him in Loki on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Jonathan Majors is going to kill that role as Kang.
Yeah,
kill that joint.
He's really, it's good to see new, fresh faces. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I know we kind of having this because right now there's a lot of black actors from the UK that's getting a lot of shine right now, and I'm like, man, I want it all, man. I want all the diaspora to get it. You know what I mean? So I love seeing it. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some things going on even with that. They like to try to pin us against each other. Mm-hmm.
But bump that. We all trying to
light skinned people in there.
Any light skinned people in what?
In Black
Panther?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's a good question.
See how they do us?
The girl that the Killmonger was with, she was light skinned. That he killed her.
You're right. She died like early on.
Yeah, she was light skinned. You're right.
But we see enough of y'all everywhere, so like.
Oh, you gonna see us?
But I'm saying I'm glad to see a cast of dark skinned chocolate people in a movie. Come on now, like that's really rare.
I ain't mad at it.
Extremely rare.
Yeah, no doubt. So that is what it is. That's the recast of T'Challa. Come on, Disney. Come on, MCU. Come on, Kevin Feige. Don't mess this up. You've got to recast. Exactly. They ain't had a light-skinned dude in a Marvel movie since Terrence Howard. He's like, this is how these light-skinned niggas do? Nah.
Yeah, why is Terrence Howard so funny, man?
He is an odd dude.
But he'll be trying to be funny, but he's just so...
He's an interesting character.
He is.
Look, how did Terrence Howard miss out on the bag like that? Asking for too much money. Now he out of the MCU.
You think so?
Yeah. They said he asked for some more money or whatever the case may be. I mean, and to his credit, to his defense, Iron Man was one of the first MCU joints, right? Like Iron Man was very important to kicking things off, and he just didn't have the foresight to see what the MCU was going to become. He just didn't. Had he, I bet if somebody had an honest conversation with Terrence Howard, they would let him know. And he would tell him he messed that up.
Just chill.
Terrence Howard came out in the verses the other night
with the 3-6 joint.
Why? I was like, why? Why?
Yo, B+ said light skinned brothers run the NBA right now. They can't have the box office too.
Oh, B+, that's my man.
There is one light skinned brother that runs the NBA right now, and he is running things.
That's a
fact. 3-point guard.
3-point guard. Shouts out to Steph Curry. Curry is really, really doing it. I mean, I guess you could say Klay Thompson too, but they're on the same team. But no, all the other type. But anyway, it's good to see the diaspora striving in all of these things. And that's ultimately what we want. And that's the reason why they have to recast T'Challa.
Amen.
All right. It's enough on that. Let's go ahead and get to the next joint right here. Again, we was going to hit the Insecure rap. Let's skip over that and come and hit No Church in a While review.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah. We'll come back to the Insecure recap because we cannot disrespect Queen Issa by any means. And, for those who are upset about Insecure being about to end, you do want to check out Harlem. Megan Good and the girls, they is doing a thing with the Harlem joint. That was actually pretty good. So make sure to check that out as well. But yeah, No Church in a While. So your man Lecrae and 1K Few, they vibe in the studio. And they decide, hey, we may as well go ahead and keep this party rolling. And they went ahead and put a project together. Of course, it dropped, I want to say December 3rd, right about a good 10 days ago or so. And yeah, it's a very interesting project. I like to be the last one to really talk about things. So, Trish, what you think about the album?
Okay, so honest feedback. I felt like, the 3 songs that I actually like.
What are the 3 songs that you like?
Wildin' is like my favorite. I think just because of the way the track moves.
So the first track,
yeah,
the way it starts.
Yeah. And Move, I like Move. And I only like No Church in a While because of the content. Like I was just actually listening to what he was saying. All the rest of them though, like honestly, the whole album as a whole feels like something I've already heard before. And this is just my honest opinion, right?
In the CHH space or in the mainstream space?
I mean, I would probably say in the mainstream space, and probably maybe both. Okay. I think just sonically, like, it's got that. Of course, the quality is excellent in terms of the sound, but I don't know. I'm like, I like the down south feel. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from the south. I don't know.
I thought you was from Philly.
Nah, I mean, I lived there for a long time, but I was.
Where you from?
I was born in Texas, and then I was raised in Oklahoma.
Okay.
What part of Oklahoma? I didn't know that.
Altus, Oklahoma is a Air Force base.
Okay.
I'm a military brat, so
got you.
We moved around.
Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Trisha's view. So not quite impressive. You heard it before, but there were 3 tracks that stood out to you. What were those 3 tracks again?
Move, Wildin', and No Church in a While.
Mm-hmm. All right. Bree, what you thought about the project?
Well, I can only speak for the 3 songs I listened to, which are the first 3. I haven't had a chance to finish it yet. I've been busy. I've been busy. I listened to the first 3, and that's just what it was.
You didn't do your homework, bro. You ain't do your homework.
The dog ain't Bree's homework, y'all.
Hey, I was like that last week, but I did a lot of homework that day.
You came through eventually. I was worried about you, but you came through though. I'm messing with you, Bree. Go ahead. What you think about them first 3 songs on the album, Bree?
I mean, I can say I like what I heard, and I do get Trisha's point. Like, it does sound familiar. It sounds like what we've been hearing already. But I liked it though. So okay. I thought it was cool.
Thought it was cool. All right. Yeah. Kirk is saying that Lecrae leveled up on that joint. My man Kenny definitely shouts out Navy brat himself. I was an Army brat. Trish, what branch?
Oh, Air Force.
Air Force brat. And then Goss?
Navy
brat as well. Okay. And then Bree, no military?
No, just the Army of the Lord.
It's the Army of the Lord. Did you see how quick she came with the Christianese?
The Army of the Lord.
I love it. Y'all can have all that. I'm in the Army of the Lord. Yes, I will be in that number. Yes. Hey. Salutes. You and me both, and all of us for that matter. So dope. Okay, so talk to us, Goss. No church in a while.
Bruh, I love Senator Lecrae. Love him. He makes the best music when he's talking about all the sins he commits. And like, maybe I like it because I'm in that space where I'm not wild and sinning, but like I can feel in what he's saying rather than holier than thou Lecrae. But this is low-key my favorite Lecrae project, even though it's not a whole Lecrae project. You feel me? Like, this is my favorite joint. Like, my man said I was smoking on that demon pack. I said, wait a minute. Now, I don't know exactly what that means because I never smoked in my life. And I don't.
Everybody keeps talking about that bar, but nobody has broken that bar down to what they think it actually means.
Hey, if you smoking on a demon pack,
we need answers.
Sounds like weed to me. Sounds like weed. I got to ask my street connects. But, you know what I'm saying? I like that joint. Of course, I like the girl joint. What we gonna do? That joint's hard.
It's very poppy. I felt like it was like I would hear that. I don't know. It sounded very mainstream to me.
For that track, it was kind of like, hey, we're missing something from the project. We don't have this type of song. Let's do that. That's what it felt like.
That's what I felt like.
Loved it. But I love girl tracks though. Like I love girl tracks. So like that's my thing. Like what we gonna do is hard, bro. Listen. This little nigga 1K few.
Oh yeah.
This little Negro is spitting, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't never heard you sound like this.
Yeah,
I ain't never heard you sound like this in my life.
True. He definitely was
you is going more crazy.
Yeah.
I want to hear 1K the rest of my life now.
Yeah.
We'll see. Going up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like that joint. And then I like the joint that they did the music video for where they like rap it all different. Like, yeah.
I wasn't impressed by that. I was impressed by that because
Nope, Trish. Nope. Don't try to take that down. Let me get on my review.
No,
it was Yin Yang Twins. It was Busta Rhymes and it was Missy Elliott all in that track and video.
So I like that joint, and it's crazy because I didn't like the single. I didn't like Wildin'. I didn't like it at all. But so I was thinking, oh man, joint's gonna be trash when I hear it. But I got the album. The joint was so fire, bro. Like this is the best CHH collab album I've heard. Even though, there's a few. But for me, this is the best CHH collab album that I've heard.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? I like it better than WLAK. I like it. It better.
Stop it.
Can I have my opinion, please? Can I have my opinion?
But I'm telling you, stop.
Can I have my opinion?
I can have my opinion, right? Oh, all right. Just making sure. I like it better.
I agree with you about the Demon Packs. Go ahead. Goss.
I like it better than which one of us? Alex Faith and Dre's joint. You know what I'm saying? I like it better than all them collab joints. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I thought they got busy on it. I became a fan of 1K Few. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Few. But like I always believed Few as far as like what he was and who he represented, but now like I really believe him. Like he raps.
Yeah, Tasha, I don't know what he was thinking on that one, but go ahead.
He raps with I feel like the conviction of I know what I'm doing and this is where I came from. Y'all gonna hear about it, right? And I feel like this is why Lecrae signed him, because they didn't have that credibility that they needed. Not street credibility, but low-key street credibility. You know what I'm saying? So like I like that joint. Blockhead was tough to me as well too. And then the Save Us with RG. I don't think they needed Harvey on that record. You know what I'm saying?
B plus,
plus, you're right. You're right, plus. You're right about that one.
I was like, really?
You're right about that one. All right, it's top 2. It's top 2. Yo, see, this is why Plus is my man. You feel me? Plus got to be in the chat every single week, bruh. That's why
Plus, God's been looking for you, Plus.
For like the last 3 weeks, Plus. You heard?
Yeah.
So
he ain't saying you slacking on your viewership, but he's saying you slacking on your viewership. But he been looking for you.
Plus, no disrespect. Respectfully, Plus. Respectfully.
I'm messing with you.
Respectfully. Harvey, I'm not sure what they're gonna do with that boy, but I feel like he's getting lost in the mix. I feel like he's getting lost because like he's not fitting their sound right now. Like he's not fitting what they're putting out.
But I think he has his own audience though.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he's gonna end up leaving. I tell you the truth. I think he's gonna end up going to the transfer portal. He's gonna be out of here.
Transfer portal? Is that college football? Is that what this happened? College sports?
He's about to be out of here, bro.
He's
not gonna fit. He loves Jesus too much. He loves Jesus way too much.
Nah, but he can hold his own though, and I think that
your boy got worship in him too. He got some worship.
Yeah, he's very much. So.
Fam, Triple Lee dropped a record that was better than what Halsey has put out within the last couple years.
I don't agree with that.
That's fine. You've been wrong before. So
not
like,
often.
I feel like Halsey doesn't have the lane that Reach Record fans want to hear, because we've been so used to in these last few years, it's been so, let's get away from the title, let's get away from making this kind of music to
That's
where
over,
now we
bro.
can make this. No, it's not,
over.
bruh.
For Reach Records right now, that is over. Reach Records is
so.
going right back to what worked from them from the jump.
Oh yeah,
no, they're not.
Music. The fact that Trip is even back like that, yes, they are coming back to the cross.
Hold on,
for sure.
Hold
not
on
that they
a
never
second.
left the cross, but
So you're telling me a 2008 Reach Record, Unashamed 116 can talk about demon packs? Smoking demon packs?
Again, you are saying demon pack is what me and Kirk have already said. We don't even think that that's what he was talking about.
I doubt that he was saying that he was smoking.
But even if he was, which isn't, I mean, no, because I think Cray has admitted to that, doing that before. So that's not it.
But
my point is,
you don't think that they'll be in the studio and say, "Hey, this can get misinterpreted. Let's take it out." A 2008?
No.
No. You forgot Cray owned the label. You forgot that.
No, but what I'm saying is they wouldn't have nothing controversial like that in the earlier Reach Records. And you're saying they're going back there.
I'm
totally disagree.
I'm saying Reach Records was way over here. I say within the last few years or whatever, they tried to go way over here. I'm saying now they doing this.
Yeah, I think
coming back.
Yeah. I don't think he cares about the controversial, any of that. I think it's just he's got that freedom now that he didn't have back then. So even if he was smoking or talking about smoking weed, whatever, like he know where he at with Jesus. And I think I agree with what.
Thank you, Tosh.
Thank you, Tosh.
Thank you, Tosh.
What's that? Got to side with light skin on this? Nah, I disagree. Like
I disagree as well.
It's fine.
They back where they
back. They back in their bread and butter.
With more balance.
Yeah, a little bit more balance. A little bit more balance, and they've got away from that rock and roll sound, that soundtrack, that white stadium music joint. They've got away from that as well. They know what they're doing.
Mark my words, Harvey's out of here.
I don't believe that. But listen, real quick, let me run through my church on the wild joint. So here's my thing. Here's my experience with No Church in a While. For one, I love the name of the album, No Church in a While. The pandemic has hurt us in a lot of different ways, right? It's affected us in many, many ways. And church numbers are getting very, very scarce, right? And of course, a lot of times it was initially due to the pandemic and everybody needing the social distance. But now, even as, not saying that the pandemic is over, but people are theoretically able to go into restaurants and into buildings and stuff like that more often, people are still making decisions not to necessarily return to church. And it's not on some all safety based situation. So it's just weird thing that's happening with church right now. I pray that it's a sifting of sorts. Maybe we even see that with, the rise and fall of Mars Hill and different things of that nature. Maybe this is to make the church better. And the church will be better off for this and able to receive people a lot better going forward. But No Church in a While is a lot of people's testimony right now. So I definitely, for start, love the fact that that's what the name of the joint was. My experience with the album in general is when I first popped it in, I really was like, yo, I'm feeling this album. And I thought that was my stamp on the album, was like, yo, yeah, Tosh, exactly. The church itself needed sifting as an institution. I believe that's what's happening. A little bit of a press without spot or wrinkle type, stuff going on. It's a little bit of a press right now. But anyway, I really thought that I was really loving the album. And then I popped it in today just to make sure I was prepped for the show, just to kind of rehash my thoughts on the joint. And I wasn't feeling it as much as I felt it initially. Now, I will say, for both artists, one thing that I love throughout is I believe they both stepped their bar game up. This is some of the best bars I've heard from Lecrae and 1K Phew in a minute. 1K, he definitely stepped up, for sure. So that was enjoyable. I honestly only really liked maybe 4 tracks. I'm with Goss. Wilden, I hated the fact that that's how the album started. I'm not saying I didn't like Wilden. I'm saying I hated the fact that that's how the album started.
Gotcha.
I think, whether it was Move or whether it was One Call, those were joints that could have been album starters. And I didn't think Wilden was that. But I love Move. I'm enjoying One Call. I really like No Church in a While. I really, really like No Church in a While. Just the way they both spit on that track. And then, of course, the subject, the topic of that track was definitely was beautiful. I really enjoyed that. And I love when Craig talks about, he went into, hey, you telling your children not to listen to my music anymore? I thought we was tighter than that. I thought it went beyond skin. So you could tell that line was specifically for white evangelicals and reform cats that was, choosing to no longer support Cray. And then even talking about how he didn't maybe feel welcome in certain spaces anywhere. So there's a lot going on with that. And I think it was a good message put out from these two artists. I love the bars throughout the project, but honestly, there's probably only maybe 4 songs that I really, really loved. And somehow those 4 songs had me believing that I actually really loved the project. But with 10 songs on it, only enjoying about 4, that makes it about an average, maybe a little above average project. So
that's an F. A 40 is an F.
Yeah, but this ain't school.
It don't matter. 4 songs out of 10, that's not good.
Well, I've listened to projects where there's only 1 or 2 songs I like on it. That's not good. I appreciate this project for more than just the music. Again, I talked about how I like the name. I talked about how I like the way that both artists stepped up on the bars. I enjoyed this. It was a good project. It wasn't the outstanding project that I originally thought before I went back over it that I enjoyed.
Agreed.
But yeah. I enjoy when they work together. I enjoyed their bars, their subject matters, what they talked about, all of that. Loved it. when it came to that. But there ultimately was only really 4 songs that really stuck with me as songs that I would put on repeat. Maybe 3.5 kind of situation.
Did y'all see what B Plus was saying about? He said someone told him that it was anti-church and opposing community. Did y'all get that from the album?
I didn't feel like that. Nope. And I feel like Craig addressed that. He addressed that specifically on No Church in the Wild. He said, he even talked about how he was, having questions and abrasive about maybe certain levels of church hurt, but how he could even see that some of this was his fault. Some of this is on me. You know what I mean? And ultimately he ended the bar saying basically, we all need this. I need to be back in church. He said that, which is ultimately, look, Lecrae's got, Lecrae, I rock with Lecrae. I'll be a Lecrae apologist till pretty much the end for the most part. I believe Lecrae got his head on straight. You know what I mean? I believe he's got the heart for this, and so I think he'll be fine. And yeah, I just love what's frustrating me right now is I feel like a lot of the great music, like there's a lot of good music in Christian hip hop right now. But I feel like we've gotten back to this point where a lot of the great music is starting to come only from Reach, and that's starting to piss me off a little bit. Because there was a time like where that was the case before, and then that went away. Like, you know what I mean? That there was a lot of independents making really good. Yeah, it went away. Reach wasn't the only one. And I knew this now.
I'm talking about now. But
right now, I feel like for great music, consistently, and I say right now, of course, everything is short-lived, right? So I'm talking about the last 4 or 5 months, the end of 2021. Reach has really Andy Mineo, these Triple E singles, Hovey. Matter of fact, when they did the summer playlist, you know what I mean? All these albums that they're working with, it's like they're doing more. I don't know, something about the Reach is getting. I don't know.
I don't know if it's like the music is better, because I love Swoop's album. Swoop's album was dope. Like
last 6 months though. Swoop's joint came out in what, like May, June?
Yeah, it was summertime. Definitely was like summertime.
Was it summer? Okay. But no. Swoop's album was dope. Swoop's album was dope.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
But it didn't really get a lot of play. And I liked Aha's album as well.
But Aha can still be considered Reach adjacent?
Sure. No, that's true. That's true. But I feel like people still categorize him in that like Christian hip hop place.
I totally forgot he was
not
Reach.
Christian hip hop.
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying. I mean, because when oh gosh, I don't know why I always forget the name of the label, but with WLA,
there we go. Yeah.
All of them.
B Plus just said. Go ahead.
Yeah. They was killing, but when they fell off, it was like, where's all the rest of the like? Yeah, God Over Money. I mean,
this year for God Over Money wasn't outstanding. Of course, we didn't get a release from Jared Sanders, and I think we thought we were going to get a Jared Sanders project. That would have probably changed our opinion. We're big Jared Sanders fans.
Yes. I don't know
why. F Jared.
But when that
you just being controversial. Let's say that again. When the album drops, right? I enjoyed Bizzle's project from a lyrical standpoint, but it didn't have a great deal of replay value.
I agree.
Yeah, what else from God Over Money this year? I think Bumps put something out, but I didn't listen to it.
He did.
And AI's album was out the top.
AI's album didn't come out 2021.
That was last year. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
I worked on that album. I should know.
There you go.
Yeah, this year, nah, not really. There it is.
Tasha, some Aha was only with Reach for a sec. How dare you quote? Because I said that Aha was Reach adjacent. Yeah, no, I mean I feel you. But he was with Reach, and that's how a lot of Christian hip hop knows Aha.
Yeah,
that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I know him.
Well, I knew him before Reach, but you're right. Most Christian hip hop do know him from Reach. She said, yo, Tosh is a
Tasha tried to tell me to apologize. Oh,
she goes
okay, all right. I was about to say, you apologize, Tosh.
No, that's why she like.
You can't handle the truth. Tosh is a lawyer, so I gotta mess with Tosh.
Thanks.
Which means she could probably argue me down any day of the week. But
oh, okay.
What happened?
Oh yeah, the beat breaker. It was alright.
Why does that sound familiar? Yes,
that's the one
the one that Tasha was telling me about. Rocket joint is on that too. Yeah,
that's probably the best song.
I didn't check out. You know what? I checked out maybe one other song on that. I really didn't go too deep into that, to be honest. So I got to probably check that out as well. But
it really has some great features. But I feel like the joint with Show to me was the best song on there.
Yeah, Classic is the joint you sent me, right, Tosh? The joint where you sent us. Classic is the joint that had some Tastemaker joint on it, so I'm gonna have to sample that for our So, but yeah. So no church in a while. That's how we feel about it as the Tastemakers. Definitely, you guys let us know in the chat how you guys feel about it. Let's see here. We got a couple more topics here. Definitely, again, make sure to like and subscribe. Do us that favor. It costs you nothing. And again, we would be more than grateful and very appreciative if you would just hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I promise we'll make sure to get you guys good quality conversations and things of that nature. Anything else about No Church in a While before we go to the next joint?
I love the cover art.
The cover art was dope. The whole fashion, cool. Yeah. And they're continuing to drop visuals even for the project, and all the visuals have been on point. Really enjoyed the One Call video that had the Busta Rhymes Missy feel to it. Not only that, but did y'all really get the message behind the One Call joint? Were y'all checking that joint? Like, it's the last verse that Craig says plus what was shown inside the video. Like, one call, where do you get your one phone call at?
Prison.
Yeah, it was really about making sure to check on people who was locked up.
That's not even true because you get more than one phone call. Don't ask me how I know.
So, but yeah, one call is definitely about making sure to keep in mind.
Don't look at me in that tone of face, Trisha.
Don't look at me in that tone of face.
I'm trying to understand how you know.
Hey, we can tell our locked up stories. I'm a black man in America. Lord knows it's happened. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think Goss has ever. You ain't never. Goss, you too light skinned. You ain't been locked up.
So I was in Miami.
Boy, bye. Boy, bye.
Everything happens in Miami, bro.
You're joking, right? You're joking.
Not in Miami, but in Virginia. Oh man, I used to be terrible. I was like driving like 5 times, like a dirty license. Yeah. They'll lock you up in Virginia for that.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that used to get me when I was in my early
10
20s
days
as well.
Easy.
Oh wow.
10 days. You had a 10 days, right?
I did it over the weekends though.
Okay.
Oh wow. That's
dang. Now you might have went harder than me, light skin.
I wasn't in the jail though. I did community service for 10 days.
Oh, okay. So
that's different.
I had to go in the holding cell because the night I got locked up, I had to stay overnight in the holding cell.
So that's what happened to me. I had to stay overnight in the holding cell.
In Virginia Beach.
Locked up, boom, boom, fingerprinted, got my one phone call.
Yeah.
And had to stay overnight.
Nah. I had way more than one phone call.
So see, I didn't. I was in Louisville, Kentucky though. So what happened in my situation is they got me on a bench warrant where I had paid a freaking ticket, but they had a clerical error. And because of their clerical error, I had to spend the night in jail. You can't. Wow. I reached out to lawyers to try to figure that out. You can't really sue. Wow. Or at least they told me you can't really sue unless something maybe would have happened to me while I was there.
Oh, I see.
You know, staph infection or getting beat up, something like that. Then they said would have been able to sue, but yeah. So anyway, like I said, I'm a black man in America. The fact that I've got a clean record and I've had way more interactions with cops than a little bit. So, it is what it is, right? So let's go ahead and we got Insecure recap and we got the family money and holidays joint. I really want to get to the family money and holidays, but that means we've skipped 2 weeks of Insecure because last week we did the Mars Hill episode.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hit this Insecure joint real quick. Again, shouts out to Issa Rae, Yvonne Orji, the whole Insecure camp. Insecure has been great for the culture, and unfortunately, there are only 2 more episodes left of Insecure, which is a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about. But we've actually got 2 episodes in which we need to recap. The latest one, not the latest one, but the previous one was the one where they had the kind of the girls' night situation where they were supposed to go out and they end up staying in, and what's her name announced that she was going to Colorado and whatnot. Yeah. Did anybody really pull anything else from that episode at all?
Just Issa being dumb, calling drunk dialing Lawrence. And then he called back the next morning.
Yes.
Which I knew was going to happen because I was like, what is she doing?
Yeah. So that's really, I didn't get much from that episode. I don't know. You, Bree, anything else from that episode?
Nope, nothing that really stood out for me in that one.
Yeah. Okay.
It was just that the very end was the best part.
Got you. Tasha, they're gonna give us 2 heart attack episodes that are they running the clock. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in and get into the last episode that premiered on Sunday. It was interesting to see Issa on her career trajectory, right? The different ways, whether she was going to hang with Crenshaw and take that one, or whether or not she was going to go with what is it, the whatever water, whatever they are, and go that way. So I thought that was interesting to see those 2, different viewpoints or whatever the case may be. And ultimately, Issa's about to get this check, it looks like. So she's definitely having the career advancement. We're definitely seeing Yvonne's character, which I can't think of her name right now for some reason.
Molly.
There we go, Molly, and the lawyer looks like they're about to do the thing. He sent her. That was a great move.
That was so sweet. I was like, oh.
Yeah. But anything about the 2 that needed to that stood out? Anything about those episodes that stood out to y'all that y'all want to hit out? They were kind of filler episodes to me, but they were setting up these last 2 episodes, and plus I know. Anyway, yeah. So I had nothing to those right off. They didn't mean nothing to me really. What about y'all?
I feel like Issa just setting herself up for either self-sabotage like she typically does, or she's gonna make it's like I'm really not confident that she's going to, do the wisest thing, because I don't know if y'all watch at the end of the episodes when they do the wind down. Prentice was saying something like, "Oh, or no, not Prentice, the other guy, Torian, the character, the guy who plays Torian." He was like, sometimes you gotta just do what feels right. And I was like, like I feel like Issa just maybe feels like it could be right because it's Lawrence, because of the history. But you've committed yourself to this man, to Nathan. Like, stop it.
Did you switch on us? Are you no longer Team Lawrence and Issa?
I am, but I'm not.
She said I am.
Wait. I'm looking at the situation. And I'm like, nah, you done committed yourself, because things have changed, right? Because she was kind of iffy with Nathan, right? And I think that you've committed yourself to something to me, right? For me and the way that my life is set up. If I'm committing myself to something or someone, then that's what it is. Unless there's something that's just like very like, nah, this really not gonna work out.
Tasha's like, girl, bump Nathan. She is so Team Lawrence and Issa.
Don't do that, Tosh. Don't do that. I don't know. I'm not necessarily Team Nathan. She committed. She made the commitment. He did too.
Commitment where?
She made it for now.
Right, for now. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
we'll wait.
Ain't no commitment to that.
That's true. that's true. But listen, I do secretly want her to be with Lawrence. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm more so like, dang, I just want her to stop being
Messy.
so wishy-washy. That's it.
Yeah.
But I think that's just how she is, though. Like that's her character.
Not a good thing, though.
It's not. It really isn't.
Girl.
Yeah. I think they are gonna find a way. Actually, no. I'm starting to think they're not gonna give us Lawrence and Issa. There is gonna be some more Lawrence and Issa talk and stuff and different things of that nature, but it is not gonna happen, I don't believe. Tasha, you're silly. Tasha said they can wait till she Lawrence have another baby. Now, I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Lawrence and Issa thing is not going to happen. It's going to be flirted with a little bit more, but it's not going to pan out.
Maybe him and old girl,
Condoleezza
will get back together.
Carbohydrate.
All of that.
But yeah, Condola. I would rather see them together, to be honest with you, at this point. Or I believe.
I don't know. I don't want to see them together. Just if Issa and him can't be together, then he need to be by himself.
Don't put that on him. But yeah, so that's what it is. Definitely Molly and the lawyer dude. That was dope. The way he sent the Postmates, DoorDash or whatever he sent to her house. That was kind of dope. That's a good move for all you single guys out there. If you got her address, and she having a tough day, let's go ahead and sing that food. That's a win, player. That's a win. That's some game we didn't have 10 years ago. Do you understand? You know what I'm saying? We ain't had that.
He gave her a bottle of wine first and then the food. She was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then he texted her. He was like, this is like, it was just so smooth. I loved it.
Because you got to think, the service would have told him when it was delivered.
Right. This was beautiful.
Fellas, this is free game.
This
is so free game. If you're a single dude out there, that's the move. If you could somehow get her address, which could be a little stalky-ish if you don't, get that information right off. But if you could somehow have her address, you've been over, you know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do. I feel like Issa wants to break the tradition of ending will they, won't they, the way it usually ends. So yeah, I think you might be right there. But that's really the Insecure recap. Like I said, I think these last 2 episodes were more setup episodes. So the last 2 episodes, which I think, as Tasha said, they're going to be crazy, earth-shaking, bonker episodes as the series is going to end. But that is our Insecure recap. Ladies, nothing else?
No.
We'll be done, Goss, with the Insecure recaps in 2 weeks. So it'll be no more. Because Goss kind of fades out because he doesn't watch Insecure. So therefore, boom, boom, boom. I understand. Let's get into this last topic here. Of course, appreciate you guys. Continue to stick with us again. Like and subscribe. It's the Tastemakers Pod, where we just give you a little taste of the culture. You know what I mean? Whether it's Christian hip-hop culture, big culture, hip-hop culture, the black culture, all the beautiful cultures in the world. Right, so he watched Pokemon. Dang, Tosh, why you had to do him like that?
Come on, Tosh. Don't watch no Pokemon.
Oh, gotta catch him.
Naruto.
I don't know what that is.
No.
I'm a grown man. I don't watch Pokemon.
I'm a grown man. I don't watch Pokemon.
I watch
But so listen. Last topic here is that holiday time. And it's just something about the holidays. It's something about December. It's just something about it. So we want to talk real quick about family, money, and the holidays. Anybody who got family or just kind of know, or even I believe the single folk could identify with this as well. Things just get a little interesting around the holidays, don't it?
Right.
But Trish, talk to us a little bit about family, money, and the holidays.
So I said no thanks to this discussion. Listen, I feel her because we have similar situations, somewhat different but similar. But yeah, for me, so my family is interesting. I grew up with my dad, right? I met my mom when I was 19. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know my mom. I'm 38 currently, but it's been about almost 20 years since I met her. But, we still are developing our relationship. So it's not, I don't really know her the way I would like to, right? So
Right.
it's already like this anxiety, apprehension of like what, I've spent the night at her house before, but now I have my entire family coming. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all of us. And
Coming where?
okay, so we're coming from Atlanta to Oklahoma. Because she's in Oklahoma.
So you guys are all going to your mother's for Christmas.
Yes.
Ooh.
For the first time ever.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So I've been there by myself, but not with my whole family. Now she's come
it's like going to a stranger's house.
It literally.
So what is has she had any real interaction with you? She had any real interaction with your kids?
She's seen two of them twice. She's seen the oldest two twice. And I don't think I don't think she's ever met the youngest two. So, that's going to be, it's just going to be interesting. And I know she's, she does things for them and stuff like that, but she doesn't really know. They don't know her. So naturally, I'm just like nervous about it all. I think it will be okay. It just like it's just
makes you anxious.
I'm very anxious. I'm not gonna lie.
But hold on. So it's you and your whole family. You're six.
All six of us.
All
it's
six.
My husband and my 4 kids.
So that's it. Just y'all are going.
Yes.
Okay.
And my dad is coming from Maryland to Oklahoma because my dad is moving to Oklahoma at some point. So he's been visiting Oklahoma like often.
Why is your dad moving to Oklahoma?
Because that's where he's from. That's where he was born and raised in Oklahoma.
Got you. I'm about to say your mom and your daddy sound like they about to get. Let me stop. I'm messing with you. No, that's not happening. He's from Oklahoma. Okay, I got you. Okay.
So, and my older brother. So I have a younger brother who from my mom, who I met when I met my mom, and then my oldest brother is from my dad, who I know, but like he was locked up for a long time. So I've only seen him once since he's been out of prison, and that was like years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. So we're all going to be. I'm going to see my whole family for the holidays for the first time in my whole life.
Who set this up?
Who
set this up? Who quarterbacked this?
Well, my mom was like, oh, like I would love for y'all to come and visit one holiday, for Christmas or something. I was like, that might be a good idea. Because it never happened. I was like, that might be a good idea. Why not? Right. And then when my dad was like, oh, I'm gonna come down there too. And yeah, Sean gonna be there I'm like, okay.
Well, at least it just ain't you and your 5. You know what I mean? You and your husband and your 4. You know what I mean? At least it's not just y'all. Your father and anybody else coming should be able to alleviate some of that pressure as well. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think he's gonna come to my mom's house.
Oh.
So it'll be like separate situations, but they're all going to be in the same similar location.
Yeah.
And I think it's a big deal for me because again, I've never been with my entire family, my entire immediate family ever. Like that's just never happened. So I'm 38. Like it's just, I feel emotional about it because it's a lot. So pray for me, everyone who's watching.
Definitely.
I'm excited, but
That's
nervous.
good.
It's like all these emotions.
For sure.
Definitely chat. Make sure to pray for Trish on this. And if you're inside of the chat, let us know about your crazy family money and the holiday situation. December gets a little crazy. But yeah, that's a lot, Trish. That's gonna be interesting. If I could offer you any assurance on it, which I probably can't. Because I'm thinking about it, because it's different. Men and women are just different in general. But then I know family is triggering, right? As Tasha just said. But I know you also probably going to have a little bit of that mama bear in you, trying to make sure your kids are good with it and everything like that.
Absolutely.
But I would say, in the words of Hondo from SWAT, stay liquid, stay fluid. You know what I mean? Don't set too many expectations. As to make sure that there's not any letdowns per se.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I would say that and just, definitely praying for the best. And I mean, I'm praying it's going to be a good time and maybe a chance for the family to come together even the more, you know what I mean? And that relationship for you and your mother to even be taken maybe to the next level somehow through this holiday experience.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I have an interesting situation, but an interesting take, I feel like, on this topic, because the family is not as close. My family is not as close as my mom would want us to be. And it feels like the rest of my family is okay with not being as close as my mom wants us to be. But at the same time, my mom, I feel like she's going to try and force some kind of everybody be in the same room. But it's not going to work because we all don't want to be there. So it's always weird when we all get in the same room because nobody really wants to be there. So,
why?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why?
We got issues. Okay. We got family issues. But like nobody, but I appreciate my mother for making the try, because I feel like, I want to be there for my mom because I see the effort she's putting in. So I want to put in effort for her. Right. But at the same time, I can't be the only person, I feel like, who's always sacrificing to try to make this family unit happen. And I am most times. So I guess the family part's a little weird because some people are like, well, we don't need any gifts or anything like that as long as the family's together. And that's true, but we don't have that tight-knit bond with the family to where it's like, man, it's just good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Feel me? But at the same time, as your parents get older, you want to do some memorable stuff with them. So it's like, yo, I want my parents to know that I loved them, they felt loved and things like that. So that's why I'm trying to set up this trip with my mom in Miami for her birthday.
Do it, Corey. You better do it.
We're doing it. No, I'm going to do it for sure.
That's what's up.
So, and then it's just so many things that I think are unsaid that we haven't talked about in years. So, and then when we do start to talk, it becomes an argument and it becomes a fight and everybody gets more separated. So it may be safer not to talk about anything and just fake like we like being there. We really don't. Or do we just keep it 100 and just not come? Because we know it's going to be an issue. So you got that issue. And then money, nobody ever has money, it seems like. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we got it though. I shouldn't say we got it, because I feel like, but then again, I'm single, have no responsibilities, and my other brothers, they got responsibilities and stuff. So I be feeling like, what do you mean we ain't got it? How you gonna be grown and broke? Like, that's just my mindset towards money. And like, I spend money like
kids will do it.
They will do it.
I feel you.
And a trip across country can also contribute.
Yeah. And the holidays are always, I guess, they're not good times because it seems, well, like we haven't been, like, as a family, we ain't been together in years as far as in the same room during the holidays. But I think we're more open to it these recent more years than it was before. I give that credit to my mother. But I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. I'm still trying to figure out what we're doing for Christmas because I don't even know. So we'll find out.
Do you have siblings?
I got two brothers. I got two brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the baby though, right?
No, I'm middle child.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Wow.
Praying for you on that.
Definitely. Yeah. Is there a desire, like, from you really for the family to be together or be tight like that at all?
I think so. I feel like there should be, even though there's not necessarily a strong one right now. But at the end of the day, your family is all that you have. But it's weird because it feels awkward when I'm with them. So that's the weird part. It's like I love y'all, but I don't like y'all.
That's real.
So it's like I feel like I don't know, man. It's just like y'all are my parents and my brothers. Like I shouldn't feel awkward in front of y'all.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. No, I hear what you're saying.
So
yeah. Tasha said we give my mom one forced togetherness event per year.
Forced togetherness.
That's a gift to their mom. But yeah, family definitely is as family does. Family's interesting. Bree, how's your family during the holidays?
Well, I have one younger sister, and she's married with 2 kids, so we're all gonna be at my parents' house this year. So I'll probably spend Christmas Eve at my sister's house to be with my niece and nephew Christmas morning, and then we'll all head over to my parents after that. But it's just kind of weird though, because like my family's pretty large, and we usually try to gather at least with one side of the family. But since the pandemic, I have family in Tennessee and Ohio that haven't
What part
seen
of Tennessee?
Christmas. Memphis.
Okay, I'm from Memphis.
Memphis and
I'm not
Nashville.
from Memphis. My parents are from Memphis. Let me clarify.
Yeah, but no, it'll just be me and my immediate family this year. So it'll be.
But your
quiet.
family gets along fairly well.
Yeah. Now my mom's side of the family, not so much. And I've always been hesitant about going around them on holidays because I have one particular family member that just we don't get along that well. But my dad's side of the family is really close. So it's always more enjoyable to be around them. And but yeah, every family has issues, so
that's
But
that's kind of how it works out.
You're nuclear, so your parents, you and your sibling, pretty close, not close.
We are tight. We're really
Okay.
close.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I probably talk to my sister at least 5 to 6 times a day.
Okay.
So that's just how close we are.
Yeah.
And I'm 7 years older than she is.
Okay.
But it's like she got on my nerves when she was little, but now it's like we're best friends.
Yeah, that's dope.
But yeah.
So my situation is more like Brina's situation. My nuclear family is my nuclear family. I mean, 2-parent household. Me and my younger brother, we 4 palms apart. We don't talk 5 times a day. We probably talk maybe once a month, maybe once every other month. But that's my little brother. I love him. I do anything for him, and it's vice versa. You know what I mean? And so when I'm around family, it's time to relax and let my hair down and chill and laugh and joke and have good conversations and old memories and nostalgia and different things of that nature. So I enjoy being around the family. Money, something about the month of December, just man. All I know is I feel like I'd be entering January with so many bills, you know what I mean? And things that have to kind of get back. It's like sometimes I feel like it takes till like February to get back right. It's just
Yeah.
I hate that the money zap that happens in December. I really hate that. And of course, there's the stress of that as you want to try to get people's gifts and different things of that nature. But I don't even be on that. I be like, if y'all get me something, y'all get me something. If y'all don't, whatever. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll be like, yo, don't get me nothing because I ain't got you nothing. Or if you get me something, I got to get you something. You know what I mean? Let's just make sure the kids is taken care of. So that's ultimately normally thing. This year's a little different for my family because this will be the first year that my family does not spend the holidays or Christmas with my parents. Normally, my brother, his family, me, my family, we are all at my parents. And this year will be the first year that my core family, me, my wife, and our 2 kids, will actually have Christmas morning at our house.
Lovely.
Yeah, this was something that was urged on by my parents. They were like, hey, look, just, we know what we normally do, but y'all got that new house, y'all boom, boom, boom. It's about time for y'all to do what y'all do as well. So, yeah, that's going to be a little interesting, a little different. That's going to be something I never experienced. I don't think I could think of hardly any Christmases where I didn't see my parents and my brother, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. But it'll be cool to just have me, my wife, and my kids, and we'll experience that, see how that works and how that goes. That'll be different. That'll be a little different.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be a little fun as well. Definitely. But it'll definitely be different. Now, my parents, no matter what my mama say, even if she told me and my brother to not spend Christmas morning there, she still won't have a house full of people. So my aunt, my uncle are coming into town. One of my cousins and her family is coming into town. So my parents' house is going to be full, which means I eventually got to make a trip up there anyway next week. Maybe not Christmas, but just to make sure I see everybody that came in town, say hi, do a little chilling, and then head on back to the house. But yeah, family is interesting. You know what I mean? Like I said, the money thing. Oh my God, I can only think of a few Christmases where money was just set. There's only been a few of them, and this ain't one of them. You know what I mean? So, this is not one of them. You know what I mean? So that is what it is. It's just sometimes I can feel my wife's stress. As she has certain expectations that she feels are put on her during the holidays and whatnot. So so I can kind of feel her stress sometimes, and that's hard for me because I'm not a stressor. And I don't always know what you want me to do. But nah. So that is what it is. But yeah,
it's interesting. You were saying how you've never had like Christmas with your own family. We've never had it without, just us. Like, so this will be the first time we're having Christmas morning.
Not at your house.
With strangers.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I mean, not, but yeah.
No, I feel you.
So it's going to be interesting for sure. Because we have traditions that we do. We have particular traditions that we do here with, with the kids. So.
Do you think you're going to try to have those same traditions at your mother's?
I don't know. Maybe. I do. I want to do like hot chocolate because we do hot chocolate and.
Would it be upsetting to you if you didn't have some of those traditions at your mother's?
I don't think it'd be upsetting. I think the kids may feel some type of way, but that's why I'm going to try to just do it. See if we can just do it anyway, because they've already asked for particular things.
Have you had some of those conversations with your mother at all?
No, not yet.
Okay,
but I will though. I think I need to because, like for Christmas Eve, we do stuff. I like to make a big breakfast, and we do like pumpkin pancakes, stuff like that.
Sounds so freaking dope. That sounds so cool.
I go all in. You know what I'm saying? So because I didn't have that.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I just try to make sure we do the great things for them. So.
Yeah,
we'll see.
No. Like I said, I just encourage you to stay liquid and involve your mother in some of the plans so she knows kind of what y'all already do. And I think that'll be dope. Let's see here. Tasha, your wife is reaching a major milestone in her matriarch journey with you all taking over and doing it on your own. Just always be ready to do whatever she asks and makes her feel like she's killing it. That's dope, and you're absolutely right, Tasha. It is a change there. I have a type A personality wife, and I think I'm a type B. I think I'm more of a type B. I might be able to be A when I need to, but I'm more chill. At the end of the day, I've always considered myself a balancer. So if even like back in school, if I was in a class with a bunch of class clowns, I'd be the nerd in that classroom. And if I'm in a classroom with a bunch of nerds, I'd be the class clown. You know what I mean? So that's played interesting in my marriage because my wife is so type A. She's so pop, 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 pop. And my balancer mindset be like, okay, well, do what you do then. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But that's where communication is so important because even if, I'm not the most domesticated cat in the world, but if you ask me to do something, I'm not the kind of person that's going to tell you no either. Mm-hmm. But if you don't ask, don't expect me to read your mind, baby. Oh, wow. All right, so enough about that.
Shit, what's wrong with your manners, man?
For real, I am not a mind reader. But anyway,
that's fact.
But yeah, it's always interesting. I just, again, from the Tastemakers to everybody out there, we will not see you guys anymore before the holidays. So definitely Merry Christmas for all of us to all of you. We definitely pray that you guys have a wonderful, love-filled Christmas, however that looks, however that comes. Yes. And I definitely pray that same for all of us who are here experiencing our different situations with our family and whatnot. But yeah, that's that. Anybody else got anything else before we break on the holidays?
No, my computer about to die.
Okay. Well, that's what it is. Well, again, thank you guys so much for joining us here at the Tastemakers Pod. Make sure to like and subscribe. Please do us that favor. It costs you nothing, and it means the absolute world to us. With that being said, Merry Christmas from the Tastemakers. That be Trisha Bell. That's Light Skin Corey. Of course, you got Brina right there. They call me Quote. And we'll see you guys not next week, but the week after. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Peace. Oh, can we talk?
Can